Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. In this video, we're going to discover the 4 most valuable circulating silver coins in U.S. history. Let's explore! And it's not this coin. This is a 1946 silver quarter. I'm showing this as an example of the wear that you see in a coin like this, as it was heavily used, yes indeed, in circulation. Make no mistake, if you were to see one of these in your pocket change, it would stand out, highly contrasted from the clad coins, even with those coins being worn as much as this. Silver is quite a unique metal, and it does shine bright. It also tones differently than clad metals do, and it just goes to show you that there was a time when our money really meant something. The money itself that circulated in our coinage was backed up by the metal that was contained therein. Yes, indeed. And here is a 1921 Morgan dollar, very common year. But even as such, the Morgan dollars, they circulated as well. They were kind of the top notch of all of the coins that were out there. They were the largest, the biggest ones. And some of them you can find in very good shape, especially Morgans. It's not hard to get a Morgan dollar in very nice condition, AU or BU condition even. But you can also find some that have been heavily worn and spent and used. But in this video, we're going to talk about, from thesun.com, a story which is quite intriguing. Most valuable silver coins in circulation, one worth up to $910,000, almost $1 million from one of these coins. And these are some of the most valuable that are out there. Now, there's others that have been sold for very, very rare coins, but these are actually circulating coins. So these are different than the ones that are mint state or special issues, or ones that didn't circulate, that have gone for much higher prices. These are circulating coins, and you can see the prices there. So this is kind of an interesting article. According to the U.S. Mint, some of the earliest coins ever produced were silver dimes, nickels, quarters, half dollars, and dollar pieces. And by the way, they didn't mention cents, but the United States Mint, their first coin, was produced in 1793, less than a year after the Mint Act of 1792, and those were cents. When President Lyndon Baines Johnson signed the Coinage Act of 1965, he signed it, which led to its passage. Silver was removed from dimes and quarters, and also half dollars as well, although half dollars continued to carry 40% silver up until 1970. 1969 was the last year that they circulated. 1970, the half dollar was only in the special mint set. Over the next few years, silver's use in coins continued to drop as nickel and copper became the primary metals used in minting. In fact, in 1965, there were some of the leftover silver quarters, but they had the date 1964 on them. And despite the fact that silver is out of style for modern coins, well, that's not really true. It's not just out of style. It's been mandated out from that Coinage Act of 1965. Many valuable silver coins remain in circulation. Well, not that many. In fact, you're very hard-pressed. We would be very hard-pressed nowadays to find a circulating silver coin. You may find them, but you have to really look out for them. In fact, that's why some people do coin roll hunting, especially for half dollars, which has really been the place to look and the best chance to be able to find silver half dollars. But now the coin roll hunting phase has pretty much gone through most of those coins. And so there's not many of them left, of the silver half dollars. But yes, indeed, circulation coins were struck by the mint with the purpose of daily transaction use and released into general circulation. And they are also referred to as collectors as a type of condition. Some examples of circulated grades include very good, fine, extremely fine, which is XF or EF, and about uncirculated. So they're right there. If you happen to find one of these silver pieces in your change, you might just strike gold instead. So let's take a look at the first one here. It's the 1794 flowing hair $1 coin for $910,000, $910,625. The flowing hair dollar was the first official silver U.S. coin issued by the federal government. The coin was engraved by Robert Scott and features a visage of liberty with flowing hair on the obverse of the coin. There you can see it. The design was created in 1794, but it only lasted until 1795, when it was replaced with a draped bust design. There are approximately 150 to 200 1794 coins left today, while the 1795 coins are more common. According to PCGS, the Professional Coin Grading Service, one circulated flowing hair dollar sold for a whopping $910,625 in an auction in 2017. And that particular coin was graded about uncirculated 58 plus. PCGS estimates that circulated 1794 $1 coins can be worth up to $1.1 million, while uncirculated variations can be worth well over $2 million. In fact, I have covered an auction, I think, of one that went for above that. In fact, yes, indeed. One of the silver dollars in mint state condition sold for $10 million in 2013, according to CNN. And again, this video is about the 4 most valuable circulating, ones that have actually circulated. Then number 2 is the 1804 draped bust 14-star dime for $252,000. Yes, indeed. It almost looks like the dollar, but it's the size that matters in this case, because there's no denomination on this coin. And you'll notice there's no denomination on the other coin either. In 1804, the U.S. produced more than 8,000 dimes featuring Lady Liberty on the obverse and an eagle flying under stars on the reverse. All of the stars were supposed to have 13 stars on the tail side, but a small number were mistakenly engraved with 14. So it's kind of the error. The draped bust 1804 dimes are valuable with or without this error, but the 14-star coin is harder to come by and more expensive. Some circulated 1804 14-star dimes have sold for upwards of $100,000, including one that went for $623,500 in 2008, according to PCGS. It was graded AU58. The Sun also recently covered another 1804 draped bust coin, a quarter that sold online for more than $5,000. There you have it. And again, they don't have a denomination on them. And neither does this 1796 16-star half dollar that sold for $211,500. Look at the toning on that beauty. That is something else. And again, this is a half dollar, and it does have 1/2 right there. But notice it does not have dollar there. And this does not have a designator of 1/10 or 1/10 or something like that to that point. Although I think that some of the cents had 1/100. That's the only way to be able to tell, other than the size, that this is indeed a half dollar. And just like the 1804 draped bust dime, this 50-cent denomination contains one more star than the designer intended it to. These half dollars were supposed to feature Lady Liberty surrounded by 15 stars, but a few hundred were produced with 16 stars. According to PCGS, about 569 15-star coins were produced, compared to 365 16-star varieties. Even in lower grades, the 1796 16-star half dollars are worth well above $30,000. In 2013, a collector paid $211,500 for one of these coins that was described to be an AU55 grade. Again, still circulated. And up until this point, all of these coins had no denominations other than just this half dollar, which have 1/2, which means half. Obviously, it's a fraction. Why is that? Well, I tell you, it is because the silver and gold were considered money. And so, by the very metals that were contained on them, they were coined, kind of like what the Mexicans do with their libertads. It is because of the metal contained therein. The Constitution calls them money, calls gold and silver money between the states. Now, in 1893, we have the Morgan $1, and there you can see emblazoned on the coin is $1 there. And that was an 1893S for $114,000. The 93S Morgan silver dollar is the most sought after piece in the Morgan series and can be worth thousands in almost any condition. The S, which stands for the mint location in San Francisco, can be found on the bottom of the reverse of the coin. The biggest reason why the piece with an S mark is so valuable is because of its low mintage of 100,000. The 1893 S is the rarest of all Morgan dollars. In higher grades, David Bowers, a numismatic author, wrote in a description on the PCGS website, regardless of condition, most circulated 1893 S Morgan dollars are worth $1,000 or more, according to the coin service auction data. In about uncirculated condition, these coins are worth more than $80,000 apiece, with the top sale coming in at $114,000. Multiple uncirculated 1893 S dollars have been auctioned for over $500,000, including a record-setting $735,000 coin. And again, that's uncirculated. We're talking about circulated coins here, which brings me back to the overall theme of this. When our money really was valuable because of the metals that were contained therein, and they circulated. Now, obviously, these coins have extra errors and have amazing numismatic value, but the point is here is that they are silver coins, and they circulated, even as error coins, and it just goes to show you kind of where we are at here in the United States, where all of our money nowadays is either clad, which, by the way, even the clad has gotten so expensive that the metals contained in our cents and our nickels are more valuable than their face. So that's where we are at today with inflation. They're going to have to be thinking about what to replace those metals with if it continues the way it has. It's pretty amazing. And for those of us, it's very easy. For those of us who are in the know, we can go and find some circulating silver coins that's known as constitutional silver, or what any other nation you live in. You can also buy old coins that circulated with silver at one time, and you can pay a fairly low premium. There is some premium. These coins will never be minted again, so there's only a select number of them. They don't mint them every year, obviously, and I have one in my hand right here. It's a 1960 quarter, and it's nice to be able to have something like that actually circulated before, back when money was real. Yes, indeed. Or it was sound money. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed content like this. I'd like to do different kinds of videos with relation to precious metals and coin collecting in this case. And I hope you will consider pressing the thumbs up button if it's a desirous thing that you'd like to do. And maybe a little bit of salgorithm food. If you don't have a comment, just put salgorithm in the comments. Many people have been doing that. It's been helping out, and I really appreciate it. And also thumb up the video and share it as well. And comment and subscribe. A multitude of gratitude to you all.